Hey guys, Mike Sumsky here with Real Estate Investing Tips, and it's just the day after Thanksgiving. I had an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did too. I got to spend some time with my family and eat some good food, and certainly have a lot to be thankful for. One of the things that I'm thankful for is actually on Wednesday, I purchased a duplex that, if you've been following this page at all for the last few weeks, I posted a photo of it, and there it is. Obviously, this is a fire damaged duplex, and I'd never bought a fire damaged property before. So this was a little bit intimidating at first, but I wanted to just have this video to kind of tell you a little bit about how I found it, how I funded it, because I did not spend a dime of my own money. I didn't have my credit report pulled, and I just want to tell you about this. So hopefully you can have a few takeaways from this video, and you can go out and do something similar for yourself. So at any rate, this duplex, the story for this duplex actually goes back to last summer, because I'd actually seen this duplex over the summer. One of the things that I like to do is, as I'm driving around, I might go down streets that I haven't been down for a while, or I might spend an afternoon, and I will just go and drive some neighborhoods, and I will just look out for homes that are vacant or abandoned, have boarded up windows, something with tall grass, any property that looks like it may have been neglected. I might take a photo of it. I'll write down the address. And actually, I had seen this duplex. I had some boarded up windows. I actually got out and I looked through on the other side. It was completely vacant, but the other side looked like it was in really good shape, like it had been remodeled not too long ago. So anyway, I wrote down the address. I went back home, and as I typically do, I went onto the county assessor's website and I looked up the owner. And what I found out was that the owner had purchased the duplex in 2007. So, the first thing I thought, he had paid an ungodly amount for the property. Obviously, that was before the market tanked. So, I pretty much figured that the lead, I'm just going to toss it away, because, it's possible I could contact the owner and see if I could work out a short sale, and get the bank to accept less than what's owed for him to sell it to me. But, I don't really do much short sales anymore. I used to, but it's just kind of right now it takes up a lot of time, and I prefer to find homes that have equity. So fast forward to the end of October, so about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and I got an email from another investor that I know. And this investor knew that I was looking for properties in the area, and he sent over an email. He said, "Hey, check this house out online. Looks like it could be a good deal." And so when I went and I did some research, I found out that it had been foreclosed. And then the bank that foreclosed on it took it back as an REO, and then they were listing it for sale, and it had just gone on the market that morning. The surprising thing was it had gone on the market for $59,000, which in this market, in our area, $59,000 for a 3-bedroom on each side duplex, where they'd rent for about $850 a side. That is a really, really low price. Well, immediately I called up my agent. I said, "Hey, let's go take a look at this property." And when I got there, I had found out why the property was listed for so low, and it was because this one side had a fire. Now, again, I'd never bought a fire damaged duplex. I was a little bit concerned, but I got my contractor involved. So even though I didn't know what to do with this or how much it was going to cost, I got my contractor involved. And what we found out was that the fire did not penetrate through the sheetrock and damage any of the trusses or joists or studs. So it really was contained by the sheetrock, which means that if I were just to demo the entire side and new insulation, new electrical, new sheetrock, kitchen, bath, carpet, paint, if I got that done, then I'd have basically a brand new place. And the other side had been remodeled. It had been remodeled in 2007, so I really didn't have to do hardly anything on that side. So all said and done, I could pretty much pay full price, do all the fix-up, and I'd still be in this for just over $100,000, which means that I would have a big cash flow on this property based on the rents. So I made an offer, and in fact, there were 2 other offers that came in that day, so we had to go a highest and best. And so I actually, my final offer was $2,000 more than the list price, or 61 grand, and I got it accepted. So how did I buy it? How did I fund it? I didn't use any of my money. Well, as I typically do, I found someone who has a big chunk of cash that they are not happy with the investment that it's in. They're not happy with the return. CDs are paying 1 or 2%. Stock market, you can make a double-digit return, but you can also lose double digits, and so that's pretty risky. And I offered to pay this this private individual 7% on the money they lent. So it's a much better rate than they could otherwise get from a safe investment, and a much more secure return than they get from something like the stock market. So because I borrowed private money, I didn't have to follow the regular rules that a traditional lender would have. So I didn't have to provide my credit report. I didn't have to provide my pay stubs and all that information that you have to do when getting a loan. The other thing I was able to do is I was able to borrow the entire amount of the purchase plus the entire amount of the remodel plus all the closing cost and a little bit extra. So in essence, I got paid to buy the house. And the reason I was able to borrow all of that money and pay for the purchase and closing costs and rehab and a little bit extra is because there is going to be a lot of equity in the property when it's being fixed. So that private lender and myself, we are protected by a large equity buffer, and the payment that I'm going to be making to the private lender plus all the taxes and insurance and utilities is still going to give me about an $800 to $850 positive cash flow each and every month. So essentially one side of the duplex will pay for the mortgage and everything. The other side will be all cash flow. So I'm going to keep this property, and in my book, that is a good deal. So what can you take out of this to kind of help you out? There's a few things. The first one is make sure that you're asking for referrals. Make sure you're talking to people about what you're doing in this business. So in the case of this duplex, I would have never bought it if I had not told other investors what I was looking for and asking for referrals. I mean, it would have been sold before I even knew about it. The second thing is don't wait till everything is absolutely perfect before you start making offers. In the case of this one, I didn't have all the information. I never had done a fire damage property before, but I got the expertise of someone else, in this case it was my contractor, to kind of answer those questions, and I jumped. So it was a little bit scary, but I still made the offer based on getting educated from someone else. And the third thing is you don't have to have your own money. You don't have to have your own credit to buy real estate in this market. There's never been a better time to buy properties really, really cheap. And one of the reasons why this is a great time is that for people that have money, there's not a lot of good, secure investments out there that pay a decent rate of return. So go out there and find people that have money that they want to be able to get a better, more secure return on, and talk about your investing and use their money to buy your deals. So as always, I've enjoyed doing this video. If you have any other ideas or questions about other types of real estate investing topics that you want to have me do videos on, make sure you leave a comment below, and we will talk to you soon. All right, bye.